Hello, everyone. I hope I hope that countdown worked well because it was a struggle. Anyways, hello everyone. Today I have JJ with me. Would you like to
Hi.
introduce yourself?
Hi. So I'm JJ. I write sci-fi. I'm currently working. My WIP is a book about a simulated reality, following three main characters who are learning about what it means to be human and the nature of reality. Um, you might be able to see in the background. I've got a bunch of Star Wars stuff on my shelf. I'm a big Star Wars person. Definitely one of my. I think for a lot of sci-fi people are big inspirations. And yeah, and this is my first time doing this, so I'm excited, a little bit nervous, but excited.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Um, for those of you guys who don't know, my name is Charlie. Well, my name is Charlotte, but you can call me Charlie, and this is my channel. And I was thinking today, oh yeah, comment down below in the comments what y'all are working on today. I figured that this could be a nice 1 hour ish sprint so that we can be ultra productive. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And today I'm going to be working on some beta reading because I am ultra behind. Like 10 chapters behind at least. So that's gonna be fun. Anyways, shall we jump straight into our first sprint?
I guess so. Yeah, let's do it.
How long would you like to sprint for?
I think we said 20 or 25 minutes, so 20, I guess 20 sounds good.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't forget to put your mic on mute and we shall begin. Happy sprinting, everyone.
Thanks. went by fast.
Yes, it did. How did everyone do? How did you do?
Okay. I actually didn't do what I planned on doing.
That's okay.
I was kind of looking at what I pulled up. I use Scrivener. I don't know if anyone else uses Scrivener out there. Oh no, what happened to my video? Oh, there we go.
You're still here.
Okay. It was showing me my video was off. Anyway, yeah, so I was working on a scene. Not really. So my book has, I think at this point, 3 voices kind of distinctly of the 3 main characters. I'm going to integrate these in between chapters. There's a book series, Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn, where he does this whole series of like little historical things as intros to the chapters. And he, in his own way, he like weaves this whole different story that's also part of the story. Anyway, it's really smart. And I had an idea for something similar to that for my book. And I remember when I first had the idea, I was like, this would be really amazing, or this could be really amazing if I do it right. And then I started trying to write it, and I was like, oh no, this was a mistake.
Oh no.
Like, because there's too many working parts. And I'm like, no, you believe in the idea and you know you can write it. So I was working on a little bit
Okay.
for that.
That's cool. Wait, so
it's hard.
Sorry, continue.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna ask you if you were writing all the, like, I think, are they called epigraphs? Like,
maybe?
Are you writing them all in, like, as a story, and then you're just going to paste them in at the start of each chapter? Or
I don't know, because I don't know. They're going to be longer than just like little ones at the top, but they're not going to be like full chapters. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still kind of trying to figure out the best way to do it.
Interesting.
Like I know a couple of things that are really important that I've at least written or at least tried to like get the essence of it down.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, because my book is quite conceptual, so I've spent a lot of time just like thinking about the characters and thinking how things work. So now that I've kind of started like actually playing with the the chronology of the storyline, it's kind of a lot to figure out. So I'm not quite there yet, but I have pretty well in my head like what I need to accomplish with it. It's just like getting that from all of up here onto the page.
Hey, you know what? As long as you have some semblance of what you're supposed to be doing, that's progress.
Yes. I was actually just talking to a friend about this, about how like it's hard for people who aren't writers to understand like the writing that we do that isn't writing, because like you can sit down in front of the computer and like outline something or like figure out why something is important, and someone's like, well, how many words did you write, or how many pages did you write? You're like, well, none, but I now know more about my characters than I did before this. So
exactly. Yes. Yeah. And I just want to point out, because I see that people have joined us, so we're just going to go through this quickly. So Jessica has joined us. Hello. How are you doing? And S. Gabriel. S? Do we call you S or Gabriel?
I actually know who that is, but I'm not gonna.
Okay. Well, hi. Welcome to the stream. Go, go, go. Yes. And
that was me.
Thanks for the oh, okay. Sorry. Oops. Hey, just hopping in. Hi. Thank you so much for coming. Good evening. Good evening to you too. Hello, can't stay, but popping in to say hi. That is okay. Thank you so much, Caitlin, for stopping by. And my Scrivener has been acting up, haha. So I've just been using Google Docs lately.
Yeah, that happens. I think sometimes after like software updates and stuff, it sometimes things get moved around and people are like, "What?" Um, yeah, but yeah, mostly I've had success with Scrivener. I feel sometimes I'm not using it to its full capacity, but it does work really well for me. So if you're a type of person who likes to organize quite a bit, it's very helpful because of the binder feature. But it doesn't work for everybody. Like writing softwares don't work for everybody, so I get that.
Yeah. So this past November was my first time like doing Nano and like being serious about doing Nano. And my goal was that I would get Scrivener, but at the same time, so I completed Nano, and now I just don't want to buy Scrivener because I want to buy it, but at the same time, I'm like, but I just spent my entire NaNoWriMo without it.
Yeah, it really I mean, it kind of depends. Like, because some people are fine with just like Google Docs or Microsoft Word. Um, my problem was that I had so many random documents because I my original idea for this book that I'm working on was years ago.
Yeah.
So I had been like combing through my documents and I was like, I need to figure out a way to organize this. And I was like posting about it. And one of my really good friends, she bought it for me for my birthday actually.
Oh,
And so it's helped me for someone who like often writes really randomly and then has to go back and like organize what's happened. Um,
so
so
do you
that
write
works.
scenes?
Yeah. So the Scrivener binder, the Scrivener is divided. So you have a binder, um, and in the binder it's divided into manuscript, um, characters, and then research. And you could also add your own sections.
Yeah.
So anything that I'm writing that's like definitely a chapter goes up in the manuscript section. If I'm not really sure where it goes, I'll kind of like put it like where the relevant character is, and then eventually like integrate it up in the manuscript. But the research tab has actually been really good for me because
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking up all this stuff on simulated realities and like other geeky, nerdy sci-fi stuff, and that helps me kind of have a place for it. And it's pretty customizable in terms of how you want to use it, but
Okay.
I think it's worth it. My main problem is that if you want to have it on a mobile device as well, I think it only works on Apple iOS, and
Oh,
you have to pay extra for the mobile app, which makes no sense to me because I'm like, wait, we just forked out the money for the whole software, right? And
yeah.
I've read on forums that people have problem with syncing between like their laptop and the
Oh,
mobile.
yikes.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I use Microsoft Word, but you have to pay for Word. So if I didn't have Microsoft Word, then I would probably be using Scrivener because I cannot stand the lag on Google Docs.
yeah, there's a lot. Like originally, I think when I started seeing Google Docs, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then you start trying to do some of the stuff that you can do in other word processors, and you're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
you were doing beta reading and stuff, right? And what have
Yeah.
you been?
So I've been doing my beta reads in Google Docs. And to get rid of the lag, I have been giving my beta readers a folder with the beta reading questions, and then I've been splitting up the chapters. So I give them, I think one document has like 6 chapters in it. But interestingly, most of my beta readers prefer to have entire document all in just like all this the entire story all in one document.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, they're
that's
the ones
interesting.
editing for me, but yeah, when I go back into those full-on documents, just me scrolling it, I'm just like, I cannot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's interesting. I prefer to receive the chapters rather than everything at once, but I guess I mean, I guess are they? Are you giving it when you give writing? Do you give like the whole thing at once, or do you just give
Yeah,
sections?
I give the entire thing at once.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
I'm talking about like a folder with maybe 5 documents in it because I have a document for every 6 chapters plus my beta reading questions.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, and Jessica says, I'm doing well. That's good. Still working
Oh
on
wow.
chores, but going to try getting in some writing before reading the rest of the evening. What are you reading? Honestly, I only use Scrivener right now for a wiki page for world development as a cheaper alternative than Campfire Pro. Haha. Oh yes, I've been told that the the is it the dashboard or like there's like a board that you can post pictures and things on.
For Scrivener,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can. The nice thing about the sections is that you can set up either as you can add a document, a folder, a picture, or you can even link to a web page, which is really fun.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, nice. So, now that we have reached the end of the comments, would you like to do another sprint? For anyone who has just joined us, we are only going to be sprinting for an hour. So, yeah. Ultra productivity over here. How long would you like to sprint for?
20. Yeah, 20 minutes is good. I mean, it did go by fast, but yeah, I think that works well. I think any long,
Okay.
I don't know. I was like hyper aware of what my face was doing and like what my hands were doing because I could see it on the screen.
Are you using the same computer you are streaming on to type on?
Yeah, because I've just got my laptop.
Oh, nice. Like it's a new laptop?
No, but like I don't have a desktop or anything. I just have,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So, I'm going to start the timer. Oh, and quickly, Chandra has joined us. Hello, how are you
Hello.
doing? Hope you are having a great night so far. Unless it's not night, then good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good midday, and we shall start sprinting. Have fun, y'all. Okay, that was our next sprint. How was that for everyone? How was that for you?
I actually worked on the thing that I was gonna work on in the first sprint.
That's good. That's good.
So
how far along did you get?
yeah, we were just talking about that. I did some outlining. I did kind of stumble upon some interesting things um,
Okay.
about a particular character or a particular aspect of the story. So that's good. Um, yeah, it was really more of like I've had these thoughts in my head for a while, and that's usually how it works for me. Is that I have a lot of stuff swimming around, and eventually, and it's not always helpful to just start writing a scene, which is why I like outlines. But my outlines are, I don't think they would make sense to anybody except me because they're not really like linear outlines. They're more like whatever pops into my head, and sometimes they're connected to something, but most of the time it's
I get that. I have a writer's notebook, and I don't have like story Bibles that I see popping up around, but I do have this one writer's notebook where I keep ideas and things, and sometimes the ideas that I write down in that notebook get combined with like different ideas, stories, and it's just like big mesh of just like sometimes my idea is like a two sentence pitch.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. And then I change all the names like all the time.
Oh, I hate names. Names are such a thing for me because I always want my names to mean something. And I usually end up drawing on like mythology and stuff. But if I can't come up with a good name on the spot, I pretty much just I either put a placeholder or I leave it as like Bob or something or something.
I cannot stand like having placeholder, like having the word placeholder as a character.
Yeah, I've never put placeholder. I would just put like name or like leave a line.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll still name my character, and I think only once or twice ever have I changed the character name, because by the end of the story I feel like the name doesn't reflect the character anymore.
Yeah, I had one time I was writing a scene and a name came to me immediately. It's the only time it's ever happened. And I texted my friend. I was like, I came up with a name on the spot. It was amazing.
Yes, should be celebrated.
I usually spend so much time on them, and I refuse. And this is just a point of pride thing. Like I should probably get over this. I refuse to use name generators, and I think actually name generators would be a good start. Like if I wasn't like sure what to do, but I'm just so proud of like being like, no, I want to do the research and I want to come up with it on my own.
Yeah, I get that. Have you ever done book title generators?
No, but that sounds hilarious.
I did one just for fun, and my suggestion was The Throne of Divergent.
That's like all the tropes for naming a YA book, and that's hilarious.
Yep. So yeah, that was fun. But I'm not gonna name any of my whips Throne of Divergent. So
yeah.
And this sprint, I ended up getting distracted from beta reading, actually reading. So I'm reading this book.
Oh, I love that cover. That one's on my list.
I'm surprised. The first chapter is a sentence. It makes me feel...
Okay, never mind. Don't tell me anything else, because that sounds like the kind of thing that I want to see and like see. And yeah,
I was gonna relate it back to my own writing, but got it. Okay.
Well, because it's kind of those. I'm kind of one of those people, and this makes me nervous as a writer. But I'm kind of one of those people. Like, if you can't get me in the first couple of pages with like an interesting setup, or like just a really good first line, yeah. So
okay, we'll leave it at that. and we will catch up with the comments. Okay, so Chandra says, I am just getting in some words for the day. Yes.
Nice.
I've been playing in Canva, didn't realize I had the YouTube tab muted, missed the in-between LOL. Okay, that happens to me all the time. Like, I swear, if I'm not, like, on YouTube, if there's no sound coming from YouTube, YouTube just thinks that I don't care about YouTube and, like, will stop working, and I have to, like, refresh the page. I was like, this is the longest 40 minutes later. Well, hello again. Hope your Canva playing around was productive. I love Canva. Clara says, I feel like I made more progress processing my work emails these last 20 minutes than I have made all day. That is great. Yes. Love your focus, by the way, the both of you. Productivity goals. Yes, I put my camera off during that last sprint just because I had to go get my book. Ochida says, hope to catch the next live late to this one. Oops, haha. You are never late, okay? Okay, you are never late unless we're about to sign off. Then maybe you're just a tad late. But otherwise, hi, thank you so much for stopping by. Chandra says, 335 words that sprint.
Ooh, nice job.
Good job. What is my book about? Oh, so according to the back cover, for no spoilers, Jude was 7 when her parents were murdered, and she and her 2 sisters were stolen away to live in the treacherous High Court of Fairy. 10 years later, Jude wants nothing more than to belong there, but many of the Fae despise humans, especially Prince Cardan, the youngest and wickedest son of the High King. To win a place at the court, Jude must defy him and face the consequences. So, that's called the Cruel Prince. Eva says, it is, yes, I get a bit too into small changes. 40 minutes was too long for what I finished, lol. This is the first of your streams I have made, I think. Happy to have some company. Oh my gosh, aw, thank you for coming to the sprint. And Ochida says, can we still do one more short sprint, like 10 minutes? It is up to you.
Yeah, I probably have to go, but.
Got it. It's okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, we originally said we would do an hour, but hey, I just want to quickly note before we wrap this up that I am hosting / co-hosting 2 upcoming sprints. I have or live streams. I have a World Write-a-thon chat that will be on the 13th at 9 a.m. bright and early because why not? But a bunch of us are going to get together. I'm blowing my words like crazy. A bunch of us are going to get together and just chill and chat. And it would be so nice if people could come and chat about your whips and glorify your story, because I think our stories need some more recognition. And then after that, right after that, at 10, I am going to be on Brooke Wright's channel, and we are going to be doing some writing sprints over there for an hour-ish. And then on the 27th, Jasmine is going to be writing with me on her channel. So keep your eye out on my channel for those upcoming sprints. Also, y'all can find me on Instagram, and I have posted both of our links down below. So yeah, definitely go check out Jana down there. She has her website, and which is really pretty, by the way. Your website is really pretty.
Thanks. I've been trying to work on another one, but it's been slow going.
Yeah. And then her Instagram is also down there. So yeah, definitely catch up with us down there because that is where all our updates are going to be at. Without further ado, would you like to say your outro?
Yeah, thanks everyone for being here. This was good. I was nervous because I hadn't done it before, but yeah, it's good to just have some focused time. Yeah. So thanks everybody who joined, and hope everybody has a good rest of their day.
Yes, so thank you so much for joining. And thank you. Like, this is the first time I think I've ever hosted you on my channel, and it's so good to see you and meet you. And maybe one day we will do this again.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. And Eva says, I'll definitely see you at the Worldwide Write-a-thon. Yes, get those word counts in. Yes, it is the 13th to the 14th, and a bunch of the YouTubers, author tubers, that is, are going to be hosting some sprints and some chats, and it's just going to be fun and nice. Sandra says, thank you for coming and watching. And yeah, so it's going to be the 13th of March for me, but other author tubers are going to be hosting as on the 14th as well. I think the chat thumbnail for the 13th of March is already up on my channel. I would post the link somewhere, but I'm not sure how to do that. AKA, I'm not sure that my Wi-Fi will be able to handle that. But yeah, just DM me on Instagram and I'll definitely send that link over for anyone who wants it. Anyways, thank you all so much, and I hope everyone has a great evening, morning, mid-afternoon. Did I miss anything? Sunrise? Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Well, yeah,